Hi everyone, this is Elsie from IGAIA. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back for the ones that have already watched previous episodes. And for the ones that are new, thanks for coming. I hope you like it. This is a podcast, blog, mainly about knitting, but sometimes I talk about other things that I like. So anyway, I hope you like it. I was traveling last week. I was in Houston and Dallas, and I came back on Sunday night. It was very, a nice trip, but on Sunday I was so tired. I got home. We landed like at 9:30 at night, and I got home like at 11 p.m. And on Monday at 6 a.m. I was already in the car driving my son to school. So I'm still tired. I still feel like I am not back to my routine. I haven't even unpacked everything yet. The suitcase is still here in the way, and I have to take care of that. But first, I wanted to record this podcast. I have already recorded in Spanish. I live in El Salvador in Central America, and I traveled last week to Houston because one of my dear friends from school was getting married, and it was really a surprise because we didn't even know she had a boyfriend. And all of her classmates were so excited, and because we somehow never thought that was possible. Like, she always said there was no one for her, and she had like a long list of failings in love, and finally she found the one, and it was her first time getting married, and we were so excited. And I didn't know I was going to have the possibility to go, but I guess everything aligned, and I flew to Houston, and then I took a bus to Dallas because my dad lives in Dallas, and I had not seen my father since 2016. So it was the beginning of 2016. So it was going to be almost 4 years without seeing my dad in person, and it was getting hard not to be able to see your dad. And this opportunity presented, so I thought, I'm going to Houston. It's not that far away. A bus ticket is really cheap. I had never traveled by bus in the US, and it was quite an experience. It was a good experience, and it's only 4 hours. So I went there. I spent a few days with my dad and his family, and then I came back to Houston for the wedding. The wedding was so touching and full of details, and I'll share pictures with you at the end. And it made me believe, have faith in life again. Like, sometimes you lose faith and in good people, in things that you think are impossible. And this event made me think the contrary. So it was a great experience, and I'm so happy for my friend. So anyway, after that introduction, you can find me on Instagram as IGAIA _SV. I'm gonna put it here. So if you wanna follow me on Instagram, I'm sorry, that's my dog. She barks at everyone that goes in front of the house, and I am in front of the main window of the house. So on Ravelry, you can find me as Els Machon. I'm gonna leave it here too. And I have two designs. One is called Unconditional Love Sweater. It's a crochet design with the ribbing in knitting. And I also have a scarf It's called Tres Orejas scarf. That's a textured lace scarf. And you can find those designs there if you wish to purchase them and knit them. If you would do so, please tag me. Thanks. And the ones that follow me on Instagram have probably already seen my latest design. It's called Atenea Midnight, and that's what I'm wearing right now. And I am so happy to show it to you. I'm sorry I'm standing so you can see. And obviously it's a summer garment. I made an I-cord bind off at the end, and I put shaping here to the hip. The body is cables and texture between the cables, and it has stars in intarsia. And intarsia is great. I just don't like it in the round. So the construction is top down. It's a folded hem here. Then you keep on knitting flat and until right here, and then you join in the round and you go seamlessly all the way to the bottom. So the only part that you need to sew is from here to here. It's about 15 centimeters in my size, that is size M. I have already finished almost writing my notes for my size, and then I'm gonna start working on the grading. That is the most difficult part. I am not a grading guru yet, and I can only grade up to 2x. In the future, I hope I can master grading to larger sizes, and I hope that in time I can take courses related to that, or so that I have more knowledge on how to do it. And well, I want my patterns. I have 2 pending patterns, this and the Hope Tea that I haven't finished, and no writing whatsoever on that one pending, and I wanted both of them to be published this year, but I don't know if that's gonna be possible. It's already mid-November, believe it or not, and we will see. We'll see to that. But I'm super happy with how this one turned out. It's made in linen, in Quincy & Co. Sparrow. After washing it, it's super soft, and they say the more you wash the linen, the better it gets. And I have had many linen garments, commercial garments in the past, and it's true. And I think you can easily knit this in cotton for the summer, or even in wool. And I was at Kohl's and I saw these t-shirts, like long sleeve t-shirts that you can wear underneath, and I thought it would look perfect because I'm wearing a t-shirt underneath, because linen is kind of a little bit see-through, and I have my stomach, like mid-age stomach thing going on, and I don't want that to pop out, so I wouldn't wear it with just my bra underneath. And so I think it's very adaptable. It doesn't have sleeves, but you can easily wear a t-shirt underneath, and you can wear a jacket. Houston and Dallas were getting cold when I was there, and one day I wore this one. It was the day that I left, but I wore my jacket on top of it, and it was just fine. Obviously, it was Houston, not Dallas, and on Sunday it was not that cold, but it can work. Or if you're in the northern hemisphere, well, you save it for next summer. And okay, so I do not have many finished objects because I am not casting on anything right now. I am holding my horses. It's getting really difficult for me to do that, but I'm doing it because I want to finish what I have started. and not only my design, but I have another crochet top that I have to finish, and clutch that I've started. That I can let go for a while. Like if I finish the hope tee and the crochet top, I can start something new. I'm sorry, because the clutch is not gonna make it for me. The clutch alone, I have to have something else. So this is Ella, and Ella is wearing beach cover up that I made that I had not shown. This is in crochet. It has cold shoulders here and here. You can see my hand. And I made these with different scraps that I had left of cotton yarn. It's really nice. I like it. It's a beach dress. I put tassels at the end all around, and I like it very much. The summer months here, right now I'm using the air conditioning because it's hot, but these months are less hot than February, March, April. In those months, if you wear these at the beach on top of your swimsuit, after an hour, you most likely will be sweating. So either you only wear your swimsuit and you stay inside the pool, or you will be sweating. But still, it's in 100% cotton. It's cotton. It's a little bit, I don't know, I think it's decay. So it's not that light, but I love it. And these months, November, December, and January, are the best months to go to the beach here because it's not that hot. There's wind, and the water is cooler. The water is always hot here, but in this time of the year, it's cooler. Okay, so what else? For the trip, I had a store-bought hat, and that was it because I never wear a hat here. I only use it when I travel. And I didn't like it anymore, so I thought, you know what, I'm not casting on anything, I really miss it, I'm gonna cast on a hat. And I made a hat like this one for a customer of mine. And she gave me the link to the tutorial on YouTube. I'm gonna leave it down here. And it's Faux cable, it's a Faux cable beanie. In this yarn, you don't see the cable because it's a self-striping yarn. I really didn't know if it was a variegated yarn or a self-striping until I started knitting with it. I bought it like a long time ago and I just had it there in my stash. And this is 85% acrylic and 50% wool. It doesn't say what type of wool. And if you see from behind, there are no crossings, so there are not really cables. But in this yarn, you cannot tell, so you only see a striped beanie, and I really like it. I think it, for the purpose, it was great, and I love casting on something, and so I wanted to say. Oh, that's my dog again. I'm sorry. So I wanted to say that sometimes I knit things for other people, like commission knitting. So my friend Bea, who was attending the wedding, she asked me to knit for her 2 scarves. And I took the scarves to the trip. I started here, but I didn't finish. And in between the scarves, I decided to do the beanie. And I was like doing the beanie, and my mom was telling me, you're not gonna finish the scarves because it's 1.8 meters long each. And sometimes I do commission knitting because this month it's going to be 2 years of me being unemployed, and I've been looking for a job, but it just hasn't happened yet. And I know it will come in time when time is right. So sometimes I do the commission knitting because I really need to bring income in. And you know, I was a little bit worried I was not going to finish the scarves, but I did. I knitted a lot in Dallas and on the bus going to Dallas. So I don't have the scarves anymore, obviously, because I gave them to Bea in Houston. She lives in LA now. And but I took a video of her wearing the scarves at the Houston airport. I will put those videos at the end so you can see them. And this is the beanie. I really like it. I used a slider, thicker needle. I used that 5mm. I don't know how much that is, that US. I don't remember. And I bought Chiao Goose in, it was 16 inches. Oh, it's US 8, 5mm. Because I only had 4mm. And I made for another customer before beanies in 4mm, but it was a thinner yarn. And I don't know, I think it was sport and not decay. And if I would have done this in fours, it would have been too tight on my head. So I wanted to have 16 inches, 5mm. For this one, I used the longer cable, 32 inch. That's what I had. So I had to magic loop it. And magic loop is fine, but I rather do these small projects in a smaller cable. And for the scarves, one was in garter stitch and 2 strands held together, one red, one black. So it gives a nice effect, black, red. And the other one, I did it in fisherman's rib. I like fisherman's rib a lot because I think it's easier than brioche. I have never done brioche, but it's not something that I want to do anytime soon because to me, it seems difficult. I think it looks nice, and as I said, I love texture and I love color. To color brioche looks beautiful, but I am afraid of it. So I don't know when, you know, I will try it, but fisherman's rib was fine. I used to knit in that like a long time ago, that stitch, and I had not used it anymore. Excuse me. So I want to incorporate the fisherman's rib in my Hope Tea design for the sleeves and the collar. And you know, I don't know yet because the design is still in progress, but I will need that soon. I want to show you this cowl that I knitted like a long time ago, but I love, and I took it to the trip, so I found it and I thought of showing it to you guys. This is a stitch that I learned through a Spanish channel on the internet. I can leave the link here if you want to see. And I didn't use any pattern for this one. It is acrylic yarn. It is a yarn that has like this texture, like this soft texture, and like towel, you know, like a towel texture, and it looks really cool. I like it. So I took it to the trip, and I made another one for a customer in acrylic yarn, normal Caron, or I don't remember the other brand, Red Heart, but the customer didn't like it because it didn't have this texture. And unfortunately, I bought the material, and when it was finished, she didn't like it. But my mom, she's my best customer, and she bought it, and it doesn't look like this. These I don't know, curls, yeah, they're like curls, loops stay like that. They don't curl onto each other because of the yarn. But it looks nice, nevertheless. Okay, what else? I finished a bag. I showed you bags last episode. These, as I said, were made by my Auntie Sandra. I already had these crochet flowers and leaves that I had done a long time ago, and I decided to sew them to the front part, and I put little pearls here, and it was great. I put a tassel on the zipper puller. I placed these peas so that I could attach my leather handle, and I think it works. And I made one for my friend Bea. I don't have it yet here anymore because I gave it to her in Houston, but I'm gonna place a picture here for you to see. Hers is red, and here I have 2 balls of yarn. This is Mexican yarn. It's called Royal Tam, and this is 85% acrylic and 50% wool. I don't know what type of wool, and I don't know if this is DK or chunky, but it goes well with a 5mm needle or US 8. And I have this one that is also the same thing. I bought this here at a yarn store. As I said, I can only get here acrylic, sometimes this combination 85% acrylic and 15% wool, and that's it. So I'm planning on making another beanie like this for me, the brim in this and the rest of the beanie in this, and give this to my son. He wants one. And this is kind of it's a unisex design, and this stripe one looks fine for a guy, so I'm gonna give it to my son. And what else? I was very happy with the bags. I think these bags can, you know, hold 2 skeins of yarn, your needles, the start of a shawl, the start of a top, socks. I don't need socks. I have never need socks because in this weather, and I am not sure I'm gonna like them. I have never tried, but I rather need a garment than socks. Maybe one day I'll try. So what else? I wanted to tell you briefly about my friend Grethel. She lives in Houston, and I got to see her, and I was very happy to see her again. She has a very sad story. I met her many years ago. I worked at a hotel, and she was my co-worker. And well, like, I don't know how many years ago, but I don't know, I don't want to say a number because I don't remember. But she was diagnosed with a type of multiple sclerosis that leaves you in a wheelchair. And it's called Devic syndrome. And the doctor said she was never going to walk again. But fortunately, and thank God, she was able to, through therapy and medicine, and maybe they caught it on time, and she was able to walk again. Honestly, I thought she was going to die. That's how bad it was. So I'm happy that she outlived that situation. And later, after that experience, her son was diagnosed with leukemia. And he was very young, like 12 years old, and he overcame the illness, and everything seemed to be smiling for her again. But in the Christmas of 2017, the beginning of 2018, her son became ill again with cancer. And they were admitted at St. Jude's, and they were there for a year. Her son went through chemo and all the treatments, and he was, at the end of 2018, he was finally declared free of cancer. But then a terrible bacteria attacked him at the hospital, and he became very, very ill. He had no defense in his body anymore, and unfortunately he passed away on January 1st of 2019. So she was, you know, devastated, obviously, and she had spent 1 year in Memphis, Tennessee, taking care of her son, and she lost her job, she lost her home, she lost everything because she wasn't working anymore. And the small amount of money she could get from things she could sell here, she started a design, a product development of a garment directed to cancer or terminal illnesses or surgery patients. And it's a t-shirt that has a zipper that goes from the neck to the bottom, to your waist, so that you can open it. It has 2 pullers. You can open it in any direction, and you can open it completely, so that in the event of an emergency, they don't need to cut through the garment. And now she doesn't have the money to start production. And I said I was going to tell the subscribers or viewers of my channel to see if they would like to donate. She has started a campaign with iPhone Women. I'm gonna leave the link underneath, so in case you want to donate, even if it's $1, it will make a big difference. And I am sure Grethel will, with this entrepreneurship, in time be able to help different causes, because she has a great heart. And also I made for her, like a year ago, a crochet shrug sweater. And now that I visited her, we took a video of that sweater, and I'm going to show it to you at the end. And I made a Slouchy crochet beanie for her daughter, Grethel. She's living in Houston because her daughter is living there. And I took a video as well, and I'm gonna show it to you. What else? Well, I wanted to show you my purchases. I really wanted to buy Madeline Tosh, and I saw they were on sale, so I bought online. And during the sale, I got the skeins at $9.60 plus tax and shipping, which I thought it was great. And you know, I got in and everything, and then I saw they were not selling anymore. I didn't understand why they were not selling anymore. I didn't know what was going on. I asked for my parcel because I was going to be in Dallas from only specific dates, and I needed my yarn to bring it home. And they said they were not going to be able to have it ready by that time. I didn't understand why. And then I found out that Jimmy Bean's Wools had bought Madeline Tosh. Then I've been receiving news that they are not able to dye as fast as we thought, because the first days of October, they received like a big order of 21,000 skeins. So they ran out of stock, and you know, the base, they bring it from South Africa. So I'm waiting for my yarn, and I cannot show it to you. I have pictures, but I'd rather wait for it to arrive. And I hope to go to Dallas again to see my dad soon, or somebody that travels to my dad's home. Some friends are going, my sisters are going and coming. So in February, so at some point, I will receive my yarn. Also, I wanted to buy yarn from Chile Knits, and in Santiago, Chile, in South America. And my mom was going to be there in October. And the day my mom arrived, all the problems that they are having started. And the situation became so insecure that my mom couldn't leave her hotel at all during her stay. And Connie from Chile Knits told me that it was not safe for my mom to go to her house to get the yarn. So unfortunately, we couldn't buy that yarn either. And in Dallas, I went to the McKinney Knittery, And that's near where my sister lived before. My sister has moved to El Salvador again, and she will still travel to the States, but she will live permanently here. And so I went there. My mom and my sister have been there before and have bought things for me there. And I wanted to see the store. I wanted to go purchase something. My mom had given me some money to buy yarn and as a gift, and I was super happy to go. It was a great experience. The store is really neat, nice. They have every single type of yarn and brands, and they are so helpful and nice. I just loved it. My mom wants to knit the Tresorel scarf, my design, and with my direction, she says, because she's afraid, but I know she will do just fine. So I bought for her scarf, the Heritage. This is Cascade Yarns. This is soft yarn. It's 75% superwash and 25% nylon. And this color, I really like it. It's like a camel color. It's fingering weight. I think it's beautiful. And I got this other color that it's more like a chocolate milk color. I really like it. They look very alike, but when you put them together, you see the difference. And I got this one that is like a strawberry color. I don't know. It's between pink and red. I like it. And it's pinkish. It's more pink than red. More pink going to orange maybe. And the three of them look great together. So I think it will make a great scarf. And I bought Malabrigo sock. Bless you. That's my dog sneezing. She's a cutie. She's a schnauzer. I don't say her name because she will come right to jump on me. This is beautiful. Look at those speckles. I think it's gorgeous. And when I saw this, I thought I was going to, and I got it with this one. This is like a dark purple color. It's beautiful, and I think they go perfect together. And when I saw this, I thought I'm going to make the Sigi shawl by Joji Locatelli with this. I thought of a different yarn in my stash before, but now that I have this and I have bought this, I want to do it in this. So it says kettle dyed superwash merino wool and made in Uruguay. Yes. Okay, so I'm very happy with this one, and I think it will make a beautiful shawl. And the last thing I bought was crazy yarn. I saw the spin cycle and I liked it, and they explained to me the spin cycle knits up like a gradient, and this one knits up like self-striping yarn. It makes different stripes of color. They showed me a cow, and but the stripes are not the same width, and there are no two skeins alike, and the price point of this one is very different than spin cycle. And you know, I had to respect my budget. There was a hedgehog skein in fluorescent green that I just wanted it, but I didn't buy it because I had already exceeded my budget for this time. And this is crazy. It's 2-ply sport, and it says 100% fine wool. They told me it's merino. It's from Stonehenge Fiber Mill, and I got 2. This one is very Christmassy, and I thought of putting it together with this one, as this one has blue, so it doesn't look so, I mean, I like the Christmas motive of or holiday motive of red and green, but if I want to use it all year long, maybe I don't want that look all year long, so I added blue in this one. And obviously I don't know when I'm going to knit this or what this wants to be. I have no clue yet, but I liked it. They're very soft, and well, in time we'll find out. And at the wedding they gave us this present. That's my dog sneezing. This is my present from the wedding. They gave us these little containers, glass containers with lavender, and it smells really good. And I thought, I'm not gonna put that in the bathroom. I'm gonna put that in my closet stash to keep away the moths. And I also have cedar bowls, but I'm gonna use the lavender as well. And it smells great. Okay, so I think I wanted to tell you also, I'm just checking here in my notes that I've told you everything I wanted to tell you. And I just want to add that I have a wish list, as you may already know, of things that I want to knit, that I like, and I put them in my wish list. And there are two sweaters that I have added. One is the Golden Moon by Vera Valimaki, and the other one is called Not a Boring Sweater by Sanete Knits. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And so I'm gonna leave pictures of those here. As I said, if I put something in my wish list, it doesn't mean that I'm going to actually knit it. It's just something that I really like, that I would like to knit. Sometimes I put something in my wish list and it gets knitted last. And sometimes I put something in my wish list and it gets knitted first. So, you know, there's no particular order. And thank you so much for watching. I think that's it for now. I hope to see you soon. I hope you come back, and follow me on Instagram. Whenever my new pattern is up on Ravelry, I will let you know there. So thank you so much for watching again. Take care and see you next time. Bye.